Get ready with Jungkook. Calvin Klein Collection Spring 2026 Prologue. A new chapter in fashion. Spring 2026 marks a turning point in the global fashion landscape. Not only because of the daring new directions in design, but also because of Calvin Klein's historic move to reaffirm its dominance on the international stage. The brand, long synonymous with minimalist sensuality, unveiled its fresh campaign, Get Ready with Jungkook, a bold approach that invites audiences into the intimate world of a global superstar. Jungkook, the youngest member of BTS and a generational fashion icon, once again stands at the center of Calvin Klein's storytelling. Yet, unlike the campaigns of previous years, Spring 2026 feels more intimate, more authentic, and far more personal. The world isn't just watching Jungkook pose for the camera. It's being welcomed into the moments where he prepares, dresses, and reveals his truest self. Within hours of its release, the campaign shook the internet. The hashtag Get Ready with Jungkook trended across more than 50 countries. The teaser video, showing Jungkook in a monochrome room, quietly getting dressed in Calvin Klein's Spring 2026 collection, amassed over 100 million views in just 24 hours. Once again, all eyes turned to Calvin Klein and its golden muse. Chapter 1. Why Jungkook and Calvin Klein always work. The love affair between Jungkook and Calvin Klein is far from new. Since his appointment as global ambassador in 2023, their collaborations have consistently captivated the fashion world. Critics and fans alike agree. Jungkook's natural charm breathes new life into Calvin Klein's decades-old identity. Calvin Klein is rooted in clean cuts, modern simplicity, and understated sensuality. Jungkook, meanwhile, embodies youthful energy, artistic charisma, and a magnetic authenticity that can't be manufactured. Together, they've produced campaigns that not only showcase clothing, but also spark cultural conversations. Yet Spring 2026 feels different. Here, Calvin Klein and Jungkook prove their partnership is more than a contractual arrangement. It's a creative symbiosis. The Get Ready With concept allows Jungkook to step beyond the role of model into that of storyteller, expressing himself in ways that feel deeply personal. Chapter 2. The concept of Get Ready With. At the heart of Get Ready With Jungkook lies a daring vision, dismantling the barrier between superstar and audience. Instead of distant, polished glamour, Calvin Klein invites fans into Jungkook's private moments. The premise is deceptively simple. Watching Jungkook get ready for life's various occasions, whether a rehearsal, a photo shoot, or a casual spring stroll. Yet through this lens, the Spring 2026 collection becomes alive. Clothing isn't displayed, it's lived. Viewers don't just see a jacket, they watch Jungkook fasten its buttons. They don't just glimpse denim, they feel its weight as he moves. Every garment becomes part of his narrative, personal, tactile, relatable. Chapter 3. The Spring 2026 collection. Calvin Klein's Spring 2026 line celebrates modern simplicity redefined. With a palette anchored in whites, blacks, grays, and washed blues, the collection honors timeless design while embracing new textures and relaxed silhouettes. Key highlights include denim overfit jacket, a loose-fit denim piece Jungkook wears effortlessly, paired with slim trousers for balance, cropped monochrome hoodie, sporty yet sensual. Minimal logo placement gives it an understated boldness. Classic white tank top, an eternal Calvin Klein staple, amplified by Jungkook's effortless confidence. Relaxed lightweight trousers, flowing fabric tailored for spring's ease. Iconic underwear series, a reinvention of Calvin Klein's legendary line, breathable and modern, showcased unapologetically by Jungkook. Chapter 4. The visual campaign. The campaign was shot across Seoul and New York, two worlds in stark contrast, yet united by Calvin Klein's aesthetic. In Seoul, the mood is intimate. Sunlight through sheer curtains, a simple room, a solitary mirror. Jungkook wakes, stretches, buttons a shirt, and glances at his reflection. In New York, the vibe shifts to urban modernity, rooftops under steel skies, minimalist corridors, and industrial studios. The film is wordless, relying only on soft, minimalist music. The camera lingers on details, fingers adjusting a cuff, hair falling into place, the faint smile at the corner of his lips. It doesn't feel staged, it feels like being invited into his private orbit. The result is breathtakingly human. Fans don't just watch Jungkook, they inhabit the same space with him. Chapter 5. Global reception. The impact was immediate and seismic. Within hours, #GetReadyWithJungkook trended across social platforms. Fans created endless edits, memes, and emotional reaction videos, flooding feeds with their interpretations. Among the chorus of responses, "This isn't an ad, it's art. I feel like I just spent the morning with Jungkook." Calvin Klein understands intimacy like no other brand. Industry voices echoed the sentiment. Vogue declared, Calvin Klein's Spring 2026 campaign with Jungkook is a masterclass in fashion intimacy. Harper's Bazaar called it the most personal Calvin Klein campaign yet. Chapter 6. Jungkook, the icon of a generation. More than a model, Jungkook represents a generational shift. He doesn't embody rigid masculinity, but a fluid authenticity, equal parts strength and softness. This balance resonates with a youth culture rejecting outdated binaries in favor of self-expression. For Calvin Klein, Jungkook is the perfect bridge. He transforms clothing into cultural currency, uniting the fashion world with the global phenomenon of K-pop. His presence ensures Calvin Klein is not just selling clothes, it's shaping an era. Chapter 7. The economic impact. The numbers speak volumes. Analysts reported Calvin Klein's online sales surged by over 300% in the first week post-launch. Pieces Jungkook wore sold out instantly, with waitlists stretching for months. More than profit, Jungkook elevated the brand's cultural value. He's not merely a face of Calvin Klein. He's an economic force, redefining the scale of what celebrity partnerships can achieve. Chapter 8. Industry response. Fashion critics praised the campaign's courage. Instead of polished perfection, Calvin Klein showcased intimacy, authenticity, and relatability. Many suggest this could set a new industry precedent, where storytelling and honesty eclipse mere spectacle. As one critic put it, this is not Calvin Klein borrowing Jungkook's fame. This is Calvin Klein allowing Jungkook to write the story. Chapter 9. Behind the scenes. Insiders reveal Jungkook's deep involvement behind the camera. From selecting the music to deciding the visual tone, he shaped the campaign with personal input. One production member shared, Jungkook wanted every frame to feel real. He didn't want to act, he wanted to be. This commitment to authenticity is what makes the final product so hypnotic. Chapter 10. The future of Calvin Klein and Jungkook. Get ready with Jungkook isn't an endpoint, it's a beginning. Calvin Klein has reaffirmed its place as a cultural leader, proving it still knows how to speak to youth. For Jungkook, the campaign is another milestone in his evolution, not just as a performer, but as a cultural icon whose influence transcends music and fashion alike. Spring 2026 will be remembered not just as a season of clothes, but as the moment Calvin Klein and Jungkook invited the world to get ready with them and changed the conversation around intimacy and fashion forever.